In a single moment, FIFA has rewritten a nation's entire football history in seconds and handed itself a weapon it can use against any team it wants in any game whenever it feels like it. Players hate it. They feel it in their bones, the uncertainty, the stolen moments. Coaches are furious about it. They've seen results slip away, victories vanish into thin air. Fans are screaming that they're being robbed. They're doing the math, checking their watches, knowing something isn't right. And here's the wildest part. Most of the people watching at home still have no idea it's even happening. So what is this rule? How does one tiny change hand FIFA this much power over who wins and who loses? How does it decide tournaments and rewrite histories? The answer is buried in the chaos of the 2026 World Cup. And once you understand how this thing actually works, you will never watch the final minutes of a football match the same way again. For decades, the stoppage time board was something fans dreaded. The fourth official would hold it up 10, 11, 12 minutes or more, and the whole stadium would groan. Because everybody knew what was coming, an eternity of nervy, dragged-out football. That was the standard. That was how it worked. But then came Qatar 2022. Everything changed. FIFA's referees chief, Luigi Infantino, made a decision. He told his officials to add absolutely everything back on. Every injury, every VAR check, every celebration, every moment the game had lost to the clock. The matches ballooned, an average of more than 100 minutes. Some ran 117 minutes. It was chaos. Matches dragged on, and a lot of people hated it. The tournament became a slog. Beautiful football drowned in endless stoppages. Something had to give. So for 2026, Infantino completely flipped the strategy. And this is the change almost nobody clocked. Instead of policing the clock at the end, he went after the time wasting at the source. His logic was simple. If you stop players from dragging out the boring stuff, you don't need to add it all back later. You just give that time straight back to the game. So he brought in a whole arsenal of new measures. A 5-second countdown on goal kicks and throw-ins. Take too long and the other team gets a corner, literally punished for wasting time. A 10-second clock on substitutions. Players waved off the pitch in seconds. No delays, no drama, no waiting. And the big one, the one that changed everything. Any player who goes down and needs treatment from the physio now has to stay off the pitch for a full minute. 1 minute. Leaving their team a man down, punished for being injured. Infantino's phrase for the whole plan, players will respect the limit. His goal, in his own words, was to increase the tempo and eliminate the disruption. Stop teams from killing the game. Keep the football flowing. Make every minute count. And here's the part that complicates everything, because on paper, it's actually working. The 5-second rule has only cost one team so far, when Congo delayed over a goal kick against Portugal and got punished with a corner. That's it. One penalty across the entire tournament. Substitutions now happen in seconds. Players are being waved off the pitch the moment they touch the grass. Games genuinely flow better. The rhythm is different. The football is cleaner, and the numbers back it up where it counts. This World Cup has the ball actually in play for over 59% of the match. Higher than Qatar, higher than Russia, even though the matches themselves are shorter. Strip out the hydration breaks and games are averaging around 96 minutes instead of 100 minutes plus. More real football in less total time. That's the pitch. And it's a good one. The math works. The speed works. The football works. But here's where it gets dangerous. Because there's a flip side to that shiny stat that FIFA is very happy for you to overlook. Think about what those missing minutes actually mean. Cast your mind back to 2022 when FIFA added everything on. England against Iran ran a staggering 117 minutes, the longest group stage match in World Cup history. 27 minutes of stoppage time spread across 2 halves. Wales versus USA had over 14 minutes of stoppage time. And those weren't just curiosities. Those weren't wasted time. Those were moments where history happened. In that same tournament, Iran beat Wales by scoring 2 goals in stoppage time. 2 goals that turned a 0-0 grind into a 2-0 victory in minutes that, under today's rules, might never have existed at all. Whole results. Whole nights of glory. Whole World Cup runs born in time that the old approach handed back to the players. One pundit complained at the time that it was like adding extra rounds at the end of a boxing match. But that extra round is exactly where football's greatest drama lives. And here's the thing, the drama is still happening even with the clock tightened. Look at Qatar's opener against Switzerland. They were beaten, dominated, outshot completely. The Swiss racked up more than 3 expected goals to Qatar's barely 1. Qatar trailed 1-0 with the match basically over. Done. Finished. Then in the 4th minute of stoppage time, the 94th minute, Qatar's captain rose up and forced the ball into the Swiss net. The score became 1-1. And that wasn't just a point. That was Qatar's first ever point in World Cup history, snatched in stoppage time. Snatched from nothing. Or take Portugal versus Congo. Jan Wisse's equalizer came in first-half stoppage time. That goal started Portugal's whole nightmare and held one of the favorites to a draw. These are not garbage time moments. These are tournament-defining. They happen in the exact minutes FIFA is now quietly shaving off the board. So that's the chaos. That's the danger. Now here is the part FIFA really does not want you to notice. If stoppage time is now this powerful, this decisive, this capable of flipping results and making history, then who controls it? And is it actually being applied fairly? The answer increasingly is no, and fans are starting to do the math themselves. One supporter sat down and actually timed the Mexico versus South Africa opener. He added up every delay, every stoppage, every injury, every VAR review, every moment where the clock should have been running. By his count, that match should have had around 13 minutes of stoppage time. FIFA gave it less than 7, nearly half the time that should have been played, gone, vanished. Where did it go? And that is the scandal hiding inside this rule. FIFA sold you the idea that this was about accuracy, about giving you every second you are owed. But if a game that should run 13 minutes over only gets 7, then this was never about accuracy at all. It is about control. FIFA gives the time when it suits the broadcast, when it suits the schedule, when it suits the show, and quietly swallows it when it does not. There is no transparency. There is no published breakdown. There is just a number on a board that a man on the sideline holds up and you are expected to trust it. The same organization that would not show you the offside line, that would not explain the empty seats. Now it is the sole keeper of how long the game even lasts, and it is robbing time from the very tournament it promised to give more of. Put it all together. FIFA brought in a rule that on the surface makes the game faster and fairer, and in some ways it genuinely does. The football is cleaner. The matches flow better. The numbers are real. But the same system that lets them tighten the clock also lets them control it. Handing time back when it makes a good show, quietly swallowing it when it does not. Those dying minutes are where football's greatest drama lives, important enough to make Qatar's entire World Cup history happen in the 94th minute, powerful enough to decide tournaments. And FIFA has made itself the sole judge of exactly how many of them you get. The most powerful minutes in the sport are now controlled by the one organization that has spent this entire tournament proving it cannot be trusted with anything. Football has always lived and died in the dying seconds, the last gasp equalizer, the 94th minute winner, the moment that breaks your heart or saves your life. That moment is everything. That magic is real. This rule has produced more of it than ever. But magic is only magic if it is fair. And right now, the clock at the World Cup is not being run by the referee. It is not being run by the game. It is not being run by the players. It is being run by FIFA. And they have already shown you they will take your minutes whenever it suits them. So next time you are watching a match crawl toward the 90th minute, keep one eye on that board. Ask yourself whether the number on it is the truth, or just the number FIFA wants you to see. Is the new stoppage time rule the best thing about this World Cup, or is it just another way for FIFA to control the show? The answer is written in every match, every goal, every moment stolen or given back. The choice is yours, but FIFA has already made theirs.